Brian Ross investigates a new scam aimed at separating you from your money. Phony checks that look real to you, even to your bank. You cash them, the money shows up in your account, and that's when trouble begins. ABC News Chief Investigative Correspondent Brian Ross is here with the story. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Robin. It is the newest scam sweeping this country, and it takes advantage of the fact that just because the check supposedly clears and the bank posts the money in your account, it doesn't mean the bank can't later take that money back if it finds out the check was a counterfeit.
That's just what happened to Jill Parker, a pharmaceutical company manager in Richmond, Virginia. Using the online Craigslist to rent an apartment she owned in Chicago, she was contacted by someone moving from London.
He was going to send me a check for $25,000. I was to deduct what he owed me for the first month's rent and the security deposit, and then I was to wire the balance back to his agent.
She took the check to her bank and called a few days later to see if it had cleared.
He said the money's there. It cleared, it's there.
So, as agreed upon, she wired the remainder, $21,000, thinking she was ahead by $4,000.
Everything went fine until about a week later.
The bank informed her the check was no good and had been returned, not paid, and she, not the bank, was out the money.
We felt terrible to find out that we had been victimized. You feel very vulnerable.
Tens of thousands of Americans are asking the same questions, many of them targeted online through Craigslist and eBay.
They send you a check and they overpay, and then they ask you to refund the difference. And so it's a very quick transaction.
U.S. Postal Service officials say they have seized more than $2 billion worth of high-quality counterfeit checks coming from Nigeria, England, the Netherlands, and Canada. But many more phonies are getting through.
Under federal law, banks are required to make money available according to a certain schedule. Certain funds, for example, have to be available on the day after deposit, and the fraudsters are taking advantage of that rule.
There have been tragic consequences. Chris Sowens, suffering from health problems, got good news in the mail. She won $90,000 in a supposed European lottery. She wired back $40,000 for what she was told were fees and taxes. When the original lottery check was discovered to be a phony, the bank told her she had to repay the entire amount. Her sister Rebecca says it led to Chris's suicide.
I think she was devastated. I think she was plunged into depths of despair, knowing that everything that she had was gone.
The problem has now grown to be so large that the U.S. Postal Service is tomorrow launching a nationwide TV campaign to warn Americans about the danger of the bad check scam. If you want to know more about this, you can go to a new website. It's put up by the Postal Service, fakechecks.org, to check out if the checks you get are real or phonies. And the problem is that with the bank posting the money,
right,
you think you have it.
That's true.
They can pull it right back.
Oh, man. All right, Brian. Thanks for bringing that to light. We appreciate that.